And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video we have got a bit of transfer news for you, not sort of speculation, not transfer rumours. This one looks like it could be done. So we'll discuss that in today's video. We're also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. But let's start, of course, with the weekend. Of course, we've got our last game of the season, the Scottish Cup final against Celtic. And I've stressed how important this game actually is, to be perfectly honest. Look, we've shat the bed in the league. Let's be perfectly honest with that one. And to be fair, it's not going to make amends for us bottling the title, but certainly could help us go a long way in building bridges going into next season and seeing a lot of these players that have been good servants for us over the last sort of 5 years go out of the door on a high. And of course, Philippe Clement needs an old firm victory. He needs one because going into next season, the talk of the town in that first derby is going to be Clement has never won an old firm derby. And it's just going to be unnecessary pressure, unnecessary shit going into the game. Of course, we've got to work cut out due to our injury problems at this moment in time. And just genuinely, we're pretty shit, to be perfectly honest. And we have been pretty shit over the last 10 games. But here's hoping this team can get the job done and try and give their all to try and bring that cup back to Ibrox. But ahead of the game, guys, the referee and VAR officials for the Scottish Cup final have been confirmed. Yes, Nick Walsh will take charge of the showpiece final at Hampden on Saturday. He'll be assisted by linesman Callum Spence and David Room, with Stephen McLean tasked with managing Brendan Rodgers and Philippe Clement on the touchline as fourth official. The all-important man at the monitor will be John Beaton, who has been selected as the chief VAR official, with David McGeeky assisting Clydesdale House. The Scottish FA confirmed the officials list for the final in a statement released. Meanwhile, Callum Scott has been named as referee for the Women's Scottish Cup final, which takes place the following day on Sunday, May 26th. So there you go, guys. The officials are out, and whilst I've been growing up, I never really talked about officials going into games, but most certainly now with VAR and all this sort of stuff, it's always a topic of discussion going into the big clashes. But here's hoping we can get the job done. Genuinely, I have no hope. Genuinely, I wish I could. I'm a massive Rangers fan and I want us to get there and win the trophy, but sometimes it's the hope that kills you. Of course, when that first whistle goes, I'll be going behind the team and trying to get right. I don't have that belief there, but going into it, the leading up to the Scottish Cup final, I have zero belief whatsoever. But here's hoping these players can prove me wrong, because I hate being a pessimist. I like to be an optimistic Rangers supporter, but just from what I've seen over the last 10 games, over the last 6-7 weeks, it's hard. It's hard to make a case, isn't it? But hopefully they can prove me wrong going into the Cup final and they can show what they've got all about them. Now, moving into the transfer news, guys. Yes, we already know it's going to be a very, very busy summer of incomings and outgoings. And one that we have got a bit of discussion to talk about today, it's just announced earlier today, is with regards to Sam Lammers. Now, it has been well documented that Sam Lammers, of course, has been really good out in the Netherlands after a nightmare start to Rangers. Really, I couldn't believe it. I've seen a lot of bad players at Rangers, especially over the last decade, but Sam Lammers must be up there with one of the worst, considering how much we actually paid for the player as well. However, since obviously going to Utrecht on loan in January, he's been a bit of a revelation out there in the Dutch Eredivisie. I think he's got he set a record, and I think he's got 10 goals in his last 9 games, so it goes to show how well he's doing. And to be fair, we've heard little murmurs over the last couple of weeks from, Utrecht, people in positions at Utrecht saying that they do want to sign him. But they have now came out and said that talks will begin to sign him on a permanent basis. Here we go. This is what they said with regards to this, their sporting director. It's clear Sam is above our salary cap, but we reached an agreement with Rangers that was acceptable to us. Now we have to find a way with Sam and his club to keep him. We are fully committed to signing Sam permanently. He's a very important member of our team. We did everything we could bring him here on loan, and we'll do everything possible to bring him here on a permanent deal. We've spoken to him several times, and he is a boy who is obsessed with football. He has said that he wants to finish the season, but is definitely considering it. We will look at our possibilities to keeping him. I hope that is enough, and talks certainly will begin. So again, that's something that's great. By the way, we're not going to make profit on him because we spent a shit ton of money on him. But Utrecht, I know they've got their transfer budget, but the fact that, if you told me in January, that we'd be getting any money for Sam Lammers in the summer, I want to put your hand off for it. So to get anything from it, if that's in the millions, that'd be absolutely amazing. But there's also been reports stating that other teams are potentially interested due to his form. So again, I have no loyalty to Utrecht in terms of who we're selling. We're selling to the highest bidder, and that is that. But as stated, Utrecht do look like they're going to start immediate negotiations to try and bring him to the football club on a permanent basis, which again, I think so. I've seen some people on social media saying, "Oh, we should keep him, give him another chance." No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. I don't think he was ever a good fit for Rangers, perfectly honest. I know people are saying that he plays in a certain position, but nah. Just cash in on him and we'll go for somebody else. Just no. Don't entertain that. Let's get some cash for him and send him out the door and try and get someone who's a better fit for this football club going forward. So yeah, that's very, very exciting stuff there. That the fact that we could be making money on that one, great for him. Now moving on, guys, Jack Butland has came out and spoke about obviously the title dream being ending, and basically said, "I know the table perhaps won't look like that at the minute. Celtic have finished 8 points clear after all 30 games have been played, but we had our moments and we had our opportunities. That's where the frustration comes in. But ultimately there is a defiance and there is certainly some belief there before next week. There is some pride on the line. This is what this club and playing in this city is all about. The next one. The league is now out of our hands and gone. Now we have to focus on the cup next weekend. Is always the next one. It has to be the demand of everybody to win trophies. It has to be the demand of the club, the manager, the players, and all of us. The demand has to be to win. It's important that you finish the season strong. Like I said about the league, we didn't achieve what we wanted to, but if we can finish the season strong, then we have us that as a platform. But we have to use it one way or another to kick on and get better next season." So yeah, of course, Butland coming out and speaking about the despair of Rangers losing the title. And to be fair, if there's any one of these players that deserves pass marks this season, it's certainly been him. He's not to blame for anything. And hopefully, he's got the bug at Rangers. He certainly seems like he's got the bug at Rangers. Hopefully he's a guy that wants to stay. We're going to win time. He's on a long, healthy contract here. I mean, what's the point of going back down south? He's been down south his whole career. He's loved it. Join it. Enjoy it. So come out for another year, try and win another league title. We're in a great position. We've got him on a 4-year contract. There's a lot of bargaining space there. So hopefully he stays for at least another year, and we can really build a team around him and go forward. But sometimes just as the weeks go on, I just feel a bit not that confident that he will stay, because he's probably our most prized asset that we've got at the club at this moment in time. But we'll have to find out as time goes on. But I love Jack Butland and hope he stays at Rangers. But Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts on the whole Sam Lammers situation. And are you an optimistic Rangers fan? Do you believe we can win the Scottish Cup? As stated, let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.